What's up, guys, and welcome back to another edition of Hornets Daily Podcast. My name is Tavon, and we are back here today to give you guys everything Hornets and everything Hornets news related. But before we begin, we want to also thank our sponsor for today, Underdog Fantasy. Underdog Fantasy has been sponsoring this Hornets Daily Podcast for a long time, and we want to give you guys something to enjoy about. All you'll have to do simply to get on Underdog Fantasy is use your phone. Usually go to the QR code that's right there on the right hand side of the screen and simply use your camera, go to the QR code, go to the app, and download the app today. I have made some picks for this time being, especially with the Hornets going against the Denver Nuggets and hitting on Brandon Miller's going higher than 20 points if so, and doing a great job is in terms of earning a little bit of money on the app. Make sure that you use the app for today to place down your picks. You can do it while watching the game and simply earn a little bit of bread for yourself. Again, all you have to do, just pick whether your favorite player will go higher or lower on stats such as points, rebounds, steals, and more. You can get up to 5,000 times your cash. And simply, all you have to do is just pick your player, go higher or lower, and then make sure that stat is up there. You can even go up to at least 3, 4, 5, 6 picks, however you want on that player's stats, and hopefully all of them hit. For me, in recent time, Con Knipple was the person that has been gaining a lot of cash for me. He missed on some, but during this West Coast trip, he has hit most of his marks, and even 2 days during that West Coast trip, including, I believe, not the Clippers, the Lakers and the Warriors, he has hit his mark, and I've gained some cash out of it. Brandon Miller, I've gained some cash out of him from the Clippers, Warriors, and the Denver Nuggets game, to say the least. So again, been a very crucial mark, to say the least, and Underdog Fantasy has been helping a lot. Underdog, make your picks, win money, must be 18 to play. Let's get on, ladies and gentlemen. Hornets win in Mile High against the Denver Nuggets. Now, granted, the Denver Nuggets not healthy at all, been playing pretty good without certain key players. So again, this team was without Aaron Gordon, Christian Braun, Nikola Jokic, Cam Johnson, and Jonas Valanciunas, to say the least, and they were missing a lot of action from all these key contributors on their squad. This is basically 4. One of them is superstar. 3 of them is key rotational bench players, to say the least. So again, they were struggling, and it showed in this game, to say the least. Jamal Murray, 25 minutes on the floor, 7 to 12, 0 of 2, 16 points for him. High point man for this Denver Nuggets team, and that is saying a lot, considering Jamal Murray played really well last time that this Denver Nuggets team played against the Hornets in Spectrum Center. This game just not loaded up completely, could not get any buckets. He did shoot 7 of 12, so he was a good, efficient shooter, to say the least. But just again, getting loaded up, can't really do much, can't really pass the ball. A little bit tough on him for that situation. Julian Strawther, 5 of 7, 19 minutes off the bench. 15 points for him, 2 assists, 2 steals in this one. But again, team is missing so many key pieces. It's not even funny. Peyton Watson played really well, usually, for this Denver Nuggets squad ever since Jokic came out. 4 of 12 shooting, 0 of 4 from the three-point line, 3 of 4 from the free throw line, 4 rebounds, 3 blocks, though. Did really good defensively, 11 points for him for tonight. So again, team missing a lot of their key players, and it goes to show, and the Hornets took advantage. Let's just call it a spade against a very hospital-ridden Denver Nuggets team that's pretty much dealing with injuries. The Hornets took advantage, made sure they ended out the West Coast trip on a very good note, and finished it off. And now we're going back to the Spectrum Center on Wednesday to face against the Cleveland Cavaliers, and hopefully we can get an injury report. I'm pretty sure we're not going to get an injury report until maybe Tuesday. But regardless or not, going into Cleveland, or going into Spectrum Center, feeling good about themselves, especially coming out this road trip. Con Knipple, 5 of 11, 2 of 4, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 block, 14 points for him. Did a really solid job, especially with limited minutes due to the blowout, of course. 26 minutes on the floor, pretty much shot close to 50%. Shot 50% from the three-point line. Can't argue much about what he's been doing. Really good. Miles Bridges, 3 of 6, 0 of 2 from the three-point line, 1 of 1 from the free throw, 4 rebounds, 1 assist, 7 points. Really good plus-minus, to say the least. Can't really knock him because, again, sharing the ball as much as possible, just being out there and getting rebounds. Is Moussa Diabate, on the other hand, 2 of 6, coming back into the lineup. We love Moussa Diabate playing in the lineup for once, especially with the hamstring soreness. Would have thought, especially he was questionable for tonight's game, turned into probable, came back, came in the game, played really well with 24 minutes of time, 2 of 6 shooting, 9 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 block in this game. Glad to see him back on the floor, actually being the starting center. The Hornets play better with him out on the floor and him as a starter. Brandon Miller, 8 of 15 from the field, 4 of 9 from the three-point line, 3 of 4 from the free throw line, 4 rebounds, 1 assist in this game, 23 points. High point man for the Hornets once again, coming off from the Golden State Warriors from the back-to-back. He is a high point man again, and with 23 minutes of play, he scored 23 points. So again, just going to show you the Brandon Miller game has evolved. And we also got a stat to take a look at for the next segment. And we're going to take a look at a bunch of people's stats just in general throughout this West Coast trip. But again, really good game from Brandon Miller. LaMelo Ball is starting. So I'm noticing the trend. We're going to get it going. So back-to-back games. First game, it looks like he's going to come off the bench. So I'm assuming, and again, we talked about this yesterday, I'm assuming that LaMelo Ball will be off the bench against Cleveland and then coming into Orlando, which they're going to be traveling to Orlando, more than likely will be starting against the Atlanta Magic team, or it might be vice versa. So who knows? But I know LaMelo Ball in the next 2 games will be coming off the bench very soon. He had 4 of 11, shooting 19 minutes of play, 2 of 7 from the three-point line, 6 assists, 3 steals, 10 points for him, and including a dunk on a breakaway dunk for LaMelo Ball. Josh Green, 1 of 3, 1 of 2 from the three-point line, 3 rebounds in this one. Sion, 0-4, 0-2 from the three-point line, 5 rebounds, 5 assists in this game. So doing his job as a backup guard, if anything, and doing a great job defending against Jamal Murray. Ryan Kalkbrenner, big bounce-back game, especially against the Golden State Warriors, which I thought he should have dominated that Golden State Warriors game. But again, did not come to fruition whatsoever. But this game, he definitely played really well, leading all bench players with 17 points in this contest, 1 of 1 from the free throw line, 6 rebounds, 1 assist. 1 assist in this one, and also again 17 points and also 17 in the plus-minus range, being the fourth highest person in plus-minus. Tijan getting some minutes, 21 minutes in this one, 6 of 8 from the field, 75 points, including a very beautiful Euro step layup and a couple of dunks on the end, getting 13 points, 1 of 2 shooting from the three-point line. Also a double-double off the bench, 11 rebounds in this one, 2 assists, 13 points for him. Colin Sexton, 5 of 10, 0-4 from the three-point line, 4 of 4 from the free throw line. He had 5 assists, 2 rebounds, 1 steal, and 14 points for him. Trey Mann and Pat Connaughton also played. Pat Connaughton hit a deep 3, especially around, I believe, this, I'm going to say 6-minute mark of the fourth quarter. Trey Mann got his lone bucket with a layup, but also contributed coming off the bench. And this team was just rolling, passing, playing with a frenetic pace, and they got it done. So big game for the Hornets. They get it done against a very injury-riddled Denver Nuggets team regardless, and finish out the road trip with a win, 110-87. They will be back in Cleveland, or back in the Spectrum Center to go against Cleveland on Wednesday. For the Denver Nuggets, they will be moving on and facing, if I'm not mistaken, trying to see who they're playing against. I'm going to say it's the Lakers. Yes, it is the Lakers, and they will be facing against the Lakers coming on Tuesday, it seems like. So again, big games that's going on. Hopefully we can see this Hornets team, or at least some of the injury reports coming on for this Hornets team, and see how they will go against the Cleveland Cavaliers and their injuries. coming into things. But in the meantime, we're going to talk everything Hornets during these off days. So make sure you keep in tap. I'm going to create ideas. I'm going to create topics. We are around the midseason anyway, so it's time for me to pull up big, find stats, find things for you guys. Let me know your evaluations, and going to give you some things to look out for, especially coming so for this meantime. But as we move on, we're going to go on to our next topic, and we're going to talk about the stats and records that has been happened since the Denver Nuggets game has transpired. So now, ladies and gentlemen, first things first that we have to talk about, Miles Bridges moving up third now in all-time scoring for the Charlotte Hornets. He has moved up and beat out Gerald Wallace. Remember, if last time you guys remember me saying this about probably 2 or 3 episodes ago, Miles Bridges moved up and beat out Larry Johnson, has the fourth all-time scoring leader for the Charlotte Hornets. Now he has beat out Crash Gerald Wallace with 7,437. Miles Bridges is now 7,439. The second place leader is Del Curry with 9,839. That means for Miles Bridges to pass Del Curry, he needs at least about 2,300, and I would say 2,310 points as of right now. My math might not be doing it correctly. Let me just double check and make sure. 9,839 take away 7,439. That would be 2,400. So yes, I was wrong, but it's 2,310 is actually 2,400 regardless or not. So my math was a little bit wrong, but we got it correctly. It doesn't matter. 2,400 left to pretty much beat out to get to Del Curry's record. I believe he can get there by next season. I do not believe he can get there right now. And then the number one leader of all this is Kemba Walker with 12,009 points all-time scoring. We'll see if Miles Bridges stay long for that, and I can see him actually beating out Kemba Walker within a few seasons if he does stay for the Charlotte Hornets. But big accomplishment for Miles Bridges, and he moves up for the Charlotte Hornets. He's been a core player ever since he got drafted here. So big things and big news coming from Miles Bridges, and hopefully he continues on scoring those points for the Charlotte Hornets. Next up, LaMelo Ball. He has been playing, at least in this season, out of the 42 games being played, LaMelo Ball has played 33 games this season. Compared to where it was last season, this is a big improvement, including he has played 17 straight games for the Charlotte Hornets. Clap it up, Hornets fans, because your star player is finally playing games, and is playing games which matters the most. Yes, his minutes has been limited, but regardless or not, it is a big confidence boost in knowing that your star player that is known to be injury prone has now played 33 of the team's 42 games, including 17 straight games in a row ever since he came back from that ankle injury. So again, Charles Lee and the staff doing a great job making sure LaMelo Ball is ready to play, making sure that his minutes is limited, especially on back-to-backs, to make sure he's healthy and is not overexhausting himself. And he is doing a great job, to say the least, and he is out there playing and being active on the floor. So again, huge news. And again, especially from last year, where LaMelo Ball barely played any games, this is a big improvement. So again, Hornets fans, clap it up for LaMelo Ball. He has been playing some games. Charlotte Hornets also have some news on Con Knipple. As of right now, for the NBA leaders before this Denver Nuggets game, and I believe Con Knipple has hit 2 3-pointers today. Yes, he did. So with Con Knipple leading, or is third in NBA in terms of actually 3 points made this season. He started off 141. He hit 2 3-pointers today, making it 143. He is still behind Steph Curry with 149 and Donovan Mitchell, who is 152. All 5 of the top 5 is at least shooting above league average of at least 37%. Donovan Mitchell currently 152. with 39.1%. Steph Curry 38% from the three-point line with 149. Con Knipple 43.4. He shot 50%, so his numbers probably went up a little bit. Probably in that 44 range, 44%. Tyrese Maxey 40% from the three-point line with 139. And Jamal Murray with 132, and he shot 45% from the three-point line as of right now. He is leading possibly the highest in the NBA as of right now, besides from him and AJ Green, currently in the standings for the three-point shooting leaders. And last but not least, we got Brandon Miller. We got to talk about Brandon Miller, how he's been playing in his West Coast trip. Brandon Miller, over the last 3 games, has averaged 25.7 points per game, 4 rebounds, 3.7 assists, 52% from the field goal, shooting above and beyond, 46% from the three-point line, 90% from the free throw line, in that 50-40 club, 50-40-90 club in terms of the past 3 games, and is doing this in 30 straight minutes of basketball. So again, Brandon Miller balling, doing a good job in this West Coast trip, and playing really well, to say the least. You want to know who else is playing really well? Underdog Fantasy, we got to talk about it one more time. Ladies and gentlemen, the promo code is down here. Make sure you go down. Make sure you go and use that promo code BasketballFans, and you can sign up to Underdog today. You can simply, as I said, pull out your phone, go to the QR code, download the app from there. Underdog Fantasy can get you right and can get you and help you, especially when you're watching them Hornets games. You have something to bet on. You can basically place down $1, $2, $3, $4, however you want to place down, and you can make your money from there and make your picks for today. It's been doing a great job for me. Has, again, fast breaks, buzzer beaters, and block parties are back, and Underdog is the best place to get all the action. Playing on Underdog is super easy, getting the higher or lower on points, rebounds, steals, and more. Get your picks right, and you can win up to 5,000 times your cash. Download the app today using the promo code BasketballFans to score $75 and bonus entries when you play the first $5. That is promo code BasketballFans. Underdog, make your picks, win money, must be 18 to play.
Must be 18 plus. 19 plus in Alabama, Nebraska. 19 plus in Colorado for some games. 21 plus in Arizona, Massachusetts, and Virginia. And present in a state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/play and get terms DFSTML for details. Offer not valid in Maryland, Michigan, New Jersey, New York, Ohio, and Pennsylvania. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org. In New York, call the 24/7 helpline at 1-878 or text HOMI 467-369.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, and we are back here again, and special shout out to Underdog Fantasy for sponsoring this video as well, and also FanArc as well for sponsoring this video. We're going to move on to our third topic. Hornets finish up the road trip 3-2, beating out in the began, if I'm not mistaken, began in Utah. If I'm not mistaken, let me just double check, fact check this, and be sure. I'm pretty sure the game finished out in Utah for this one to start off the road trip. Yes, it did. So start off in Utah, got a blowout victory, 150-95. Then went to the Clippers. We lost against the Clippers only by, I believe, 8 points, 109-117. Lakers beat them bad. At a certain point, it was getting a blowout or close to a blowout. LaMelo Ball showed out in that game, played really well. Lose to Golden State in the blowout by 20, and then blow out the Denver Nuggets. So again, back and forth week for the Charlotte Hornets. But to say the least, in this West Coast trip, which was literally not expected, for them beating Los Angeles Lakers team. Obviously, the Lakers team has been down in the dumps right now in terms of defense, but they're still one of the top Western Conference teams in the league. As of right now, they're sitting 5th in the Western Conference, kind of seesawing in that play-in range, regardless or not. Clippers, who has been one of the most hot teams in January, even though they've been playing bad, they've been one of the most hottest teams in the Western Conference coming the month of January. They've been playing really good ball. Utah, obviously, has been dealing with a lot of injuries, but also they are still a young team, so it's kind of understandable that we're going to beat the younger team, and we have more experience on our team to go against the more younger team that's in the NBA right now. So it makes sense. Golden State, I don't know what Charles Lee was thinking basically having the team help out and crowd Steph Curry to prevent him from shooting, and not thinking about the whole team in general of terms of shooting, because this Warriors team, one of the best three-point shooting teams in the NBA, even if it doesn't show in terms of statistic-wise, you know for a fact that they are surrounding Curry with three-point shooters and people that can hit threes. Even if it's not on the consistent rate, they have been shown to hit threes on a game-changing rate, if anything. Besides from Draymond Green, of course, which was, I believe that was kind of flukish of him hitting those threes. But again, Moses Moody, Pods, all the rest of them can hit threes, especially if they're wide open. So very weird way of how Charles Lee was doing the lineup. And then again, LaMelo Ball being sit out for only 18 minutes kind of killed the game as well for the Warriors. But Brandon Miller played really well. And then tonight against Denver Nuggets, off of a back-to-back, by the way, beating out Denver Nuggets by 20, even though they were injury-riddled. Still, big win, big contribution for the Charlotte Hornets, and they move on. They are now currently 16 and 26 in the standings as of right now. The Charlotte Hornets team does not give up. They are still trying to fight out into things. They're still 12th place in the play-in, or in the NBA spot for the Eastern Conference spot as of right now. And Milwaukee still trailing down below in the 11th spot, 13.5. Atlanta is 12th place right now. Chicago is 11th. So again, 3-2 on the West Coast trip. We'll take it. It's something. It's a positive record. That's good enough. We move on, and we can't wait to get into Cleveland and also play Washington and a couple other players, and Orlando, Washington, for our next 3 games. And hopefully we can get the W. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Let me know what you guys think of the stats record. Let me know what you guys think of how the Hornets have fared in the West Coast trip. What do you learn about this team? What do you expect more from this team, especially coming down to the end of January? We are already in the middle of January. Let me see what you guys think about pretty much going into February, going into that trade deadline season, especially for next month, which is going to be very exciting to say the least, but also nerve-wracking for a lot of Hornets fans because you don't know what the direction is going to be for this team. I feel like they're going to stand pat with this team, but again, let me know what you guys think. Also, for in top of that and in mind for our last topic of the show tonight, we got Hornets Dream trade targets. This is coming from the Reddit. This is not coming from me. This is not coming from anybody else. This is coming from the Hornets Reddit itself. Somebody posted a discussion on the board. They said the following: what players would you like the Hornets to trade for in the deadline that can fix any holes on our team? It does not have to be realistic. I'll start. He named 5 players. He says John Collins from the Clippers. Not a bad idea. Giannis, unrealistic. Depends on the situation. If Giannis wants to leave and they just looking for somebody to basically get him out of there, or looking for a really good trade asset type of trade to get back picks and also to make sure that they get some young players out of it, I could see it possibly happening with Giannis going to the Hornets. But again, I do not feel Giannis is going to make that deal happen. If he is going to get sent to the Hornets, he will want to go to a more bigger market and to a bigger team. Miles Turner, if Giannis gets traded, is a good, realistic trade option, considering if Giannis does get traded. If Giannis does get traded, Miles Turner should be available because they're going to try to save money and try to get there, to say the least. And he is a good shot blocker and is also a good three-point specialist. He cannot rebound, but if we can put him alongside somebody that has hustle on the board and can rebound, I could see Miles Turner working out. Jaden McDaniels from the Minnesota Timberwolves, that is not going to work. They locked him up for a contract extension a long time ago, and they want to make sure that he is paired side by side with Anthony Edwards, has a 1-2 combo on the defensive end. So it makes sense why Jaden McDaniels is up there, but again, I don't see it happening. Herb Jones is somebody that I can see the Hornets sneaking in and trying to get, even though the Pelicans has been holding on to him like Dave Chappelle holds on money from that skit. they are making sure that they hold on to their point of attack defender no matter what. Herb Jones has been awesome in terms of the defensive rating and has been awesome as a point of attack defender. So it makes sense that they're trying to keep him and make sure that he doesn't go anywhere anytime soon. So it 100% makes sense for that. But again, this person says, I just feel like our main problem is our point of attack defenders and getting starting center or better power forward to replace Miles are lesser goals. Finger crossed for Boozer or Caleb Wilson in the draft. And it's pretty much said from some of the people in the comics, Boozer and Wilson will not be available if the core stay healthy. We're getting confidence in playing strong on the road. Just got to stay healthy in place for more consistent. As far as trade targets, I'm not opposed to staying pat and letting the team gel and become a team. If we do think we need to upgrade, I'll say a 3-and-D power forward would be great. Somebody said dream target, get more first-round picks. Dream target, 10th place, play in, do it in Atlanta, questionably jump on the draft board. Dream result, win play in, get to the first-round experience to make the roster hungry for more. Then somebody also said, best case scenario, get more future assets when first or seconds. Next best thing would be Bobby Portis or Nicholas Claxton or Jaren Jackson Jr. Another person said, I'll stay pat and see how the draft falls to us. If we get the top 5 pick, things can get scary really fast. Gobert will be fun, hypothetically. And somebody also said Grady Dick. We have Coke, Ball, Knipple, Sexton, and Grady Dick. That was a very, very cheeky comment, but regardless of not, to say the least, Hornets Reddit is basically saying a mixture of things. They're saying stay pat with their current roster. The current roster is playing good. It makes no sense to make any moves. We'll see how that goes. Let me know what you guys think. Tuning in from the Hornets Daily podcast, I want you guys to know, I want to know what you feel on the broadcast, what you guys feel, or how you guys feel about the Hornets moves or dream trade targets, and what you agree, if you agree with this Hornets Reddit member and his trade targets. Again, his trade targets is John Collins, Giannis, Miles Turner, Jaden McDaniels, and Herb Jones. Let me know what you guys feel about those 5 trade targets, and let me know what you guys feel on what the Hornets should do in terms of the trade deadline. Should they stay pat? Should they focus more on trying to get into the play-in and try to get that first-round experience, or at least a taste of that first-round player or play-in in general? Or should they tank and try to tank as much as possible for that number 5 pick, or at least get in the top 7 at least for the NBA draft? Let me know what you guys think. I'm going to be out of here. I do appreciate everyone that tuned in. Want to also thank our sponsor, Underdog, and also FanArc. Make sure you tune into FanArc. FanArc is the team that's basically helping the show run. They have other teams that's out there as far as Cleveland Browns or Cleveland Cavaliers. If you want to go to Chicago Bulls, if you want to go to the Washington Wizards, they have a show for every single podcast. You can check it out on FanArc and find them. They also have their own separate channels, so make sure you find them as well. For my channel, we have a Hornets video that is up. You also could check out the shorts that's there. Remember, for you guys that's out there on the comment section is the breakdown report. I am the breakdown report. So again, if I'm commenting on you guys and talking about the Hornets team, it's more than likely that I am commenting underneath there and helping at least start some conversation that's out there. And once again, very highly appreciative if anybody tune into the video as I did a play breakdown of showing the double drag screen and zoom offense, how the Hornets play, and also showing some shorts on top of that as well. Last but not least, I also want you guys to leave a like on the video. Make sure you subscribe to the Hornets Daily podcast. We do appreciate you guys tuning in, and also making sure that you use that QR code that's right there on the right hand side. Has Underdog Fantasy. Wants you guys active and wants you guys on the app as much as possible, so make sure you place it down. I'm going to have some more picks out there for you guys as well, as we're going through those mid segments as well. So again, ladies and gentlemen, I'm out of here. Peace out, everybody. Have a good day.